What's up, MMO Attack fans? This is Zach here, bringing you a first impressions video for the Aurora World, a brand new free-to-play MMORPG currently in closed beta testing, published by GBE Games. Right now we're taking a look at the character creation screen, and there's a fair amount of character customization options available, although nothing too impressive. Of course, you can pick between both male and female gender. You can choose between a small number of hairstyles, and they all have different names. There's the sleek hairstyle, which you can use these little arrows. I don't think you can click, but you can use these little arrows at the bottom to turn your character around so you can actually see the hairstyle. The goddess hairstyle, new wave hairstyle, the punk hairstyle, blunt hairstyle, and film noir hairstyle. I don't understand what they're going for there, but we'll stay with that just for the heck of it. And then of course you can change your hair color, dark brown, black, all sorts of different things. Dark purple, light blue, we're getting into some grass green, and there we go, green hair. And different facial options: melancholy, imposing, arrogance, valiant, weather bee, and that's two words, weather bee. This translations are a little bit off. Powerful, and we're back to melancholy. So you really, I don't know what the names of the faces have to do with the actual faces. They don't really look a lot alike. But then you can choose different facial decorations, and I don't know. Yeah, you can press the little button in the center to zoom into the face there. Okay. So we can take a look at some of this stuff, and a lot of it you really can't tell that well. It's mostly tattoos and other things like that. Looks like there's a little crown there, maybe a scar. But let's go with just something simple, different. And of course you have different skin colors: bronze skin color, wheat skin color, that's a new one, blonde skin color, and we're back to bronze. So there's almost no differentiation at all between skin colors. It's just slightly lighter shades of tan. So we're going to go ahead and just stick with, I guess, blonde, and we're going to talk about the different nations in which you can join. One of the key features of this game is its PvP combat, and you can join one of 3 different nations. And really there's not a lot of difference in terms of progression. They're pretty much mirror images of each other in terms of your quests and such. Most of the difference between the nations will be purely cosmetic. For example, take a look at the default here. This nation, the people from Helios, are hardworking and generous. They love to help others and are sympathetic. It sort of has you really can't tell from the background, but if you take a look at my character's clothes, it sort of has a fire theme. And this right here, the people of Selene are smart and polite. They love nature and have warm hearts. So there's, as you can see, it's sort of a nature theme. And the last one over here is the people from Eos. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. People from Eos have an open mind, love freedom, and will live free or die. So I think for the purposes of this first impressions video, we're going to go ahead and pick the people of Selene, and we're going to keep all of our options available. And you'll notice right away you don't pick a class right away. You can see certain jobs that are available, but if you click on them, it's really just a preview. It's going to show you what the classes are going to actually look like at a high level, for example. So you want to go ahead and click clear. And we just want to give them a random name, so we're just going to type in a bunch of random characters and hope that goes on, and then we're going to click complete. Okay, there's our character, and there's a little button down there at the bottom left that says Majin Preview. So if we click that, you can see some different types of what basically amount to as pets. And I'm sure what you're thinking, a lot of MMORPGs have a pet system, but this is actually kind of cool. Not too long into, not probably, but maybe in the first hour of the game, you'll actually get your first Majin. And these are little pets, basically, that will level up alongside of you. And when they get to a higher level, for example, you might could even use them as a mount. And there's a wide variety of ones that you can take a look at here. These aren't exactly what they're going to look like when you first get them, but they will eventually turn into this, there's some pretty cool stuff here. Like that mammoth actually looks pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and click return. We're just going to go ahead and enter the game now. So we're going to click enter. Newbies, would you like to follow the recommended route to get into the newbie village and learn how to play? Yeah, we do. So we're going to go ahead and click confirm, and it's going to load the newbie village for us. This will be as the Fire Nation, which I'm having trouble remembering the name of right now. So we really will get a chance to see if these if the quests are in fact mirror images of one another. Right now we have this little bit of a cutscene here. I'm not sure how to skip it. You can sort of see something going on in the background, even though there's supposed to be this black box that's covering up most of the screen. There's like a little border, and you can sort of see some gameplay footage right there. And there we are, flying in this little, what looks like this little boat thing. And texture-wise, I think the game needs a lot of work. The textures in this game are not that impressive, but I think overall the game has decent art design, or actually pretty good art design. So I'm just going to keep flying in this little boat. Maybe I can go ahead and press escape. Yeah, that works. Okay, that's a lot better. And we're going to try to skip past all of this. Right now it seems like it's the exact same thing. So I hope that maybe at some point we go to a completely different area, but maybe not within the confines of this first look video. Of actually teaching you how to play, it is somewhat long. And yeah, to answer this question, this is pretty much exactly where I ended up no matter what. But I think maybe it is a mirror image, for example, of the one from the other faction. So it's not, they're not just throwing everyone in here all together. And I know you can't hear the music, but the music is, in this particular area anyway, is very much traditional Asian themed music, and sort of the architecture is very much traditional Asian themed music, although the names of the NPCs aren't quite as such. Winter, there's a chick named Barbara over here, Sarah. But anyway, this the game is really encouraging us to click over there, so we're going to click there and see what she has to say. Basically, I'm going to try to avoid reading all of this, because it's pretty much just go here, talk to this NPC, go there and talk to the other. It says completed farmer. This game has an auto route system. If you couldn't figure out from that really annoying dialogue box, it's just kind of sitting there. So basically you just click on the blue link and you will automatically run to wherever it is you're supposed to go. And if you press the M key, you can open up your map, and then of course you can see exactly where it is you're running to. There's a little red target which you may or may not be able to see within the confines of YouTube, but it's right there, and that's where I'm going. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to the farmer, and I think he's going to ask me to kill some of these little tree demons. They don't even look all that offensive, but basically, I will say right away, movement in this game is a little, I don't want to say clunky, it's just weird. You can do WASD or you can click to move it, really whichever one, it doesn't matter. But of course, like as you can see, without controlling the camera, if I just pressed the S key, my character is going to turn around and face the camera and run backwards. And if I just press the A or the D key, he strays like this right here. Now, if I want to actually control where my character runs without, by following the camera, in other words, I have to hold down the, if I can get it to work, I have to hold down the right mouse button while I'm moving, and then I have complete control, which, except for if I stop moving, then I don't have control. And then if I'm not moving and I hold down the left mouse button, my character, you can see the little cursor here, and my character is just going to try to run towards that cursor forever like he's chasing cheese on a wheel. So we're gonna, it takes a little bit of getting used to. It's not as fluid as it ought to be, but it's manageable. It's a little tree demon right there. Basically, you double left click to attack, very standard. And as you can see, the combat animations are actually fairly good. I don't really have a lot of criticism to give about the combat animations. They're very fluid. A lot of these free-to-play games are just, they feel very, very cheap. This one doesn't feel that way. Although I gotta say that I had never heard of this game. I had not heard it hyped up, and I've never heard of the publisher. And I don't really see a lot of people playing this game. Now, I know it's in closed beta testing, so that means, by its very nature, the only way you're playing this game is if you have some sort of a beta key. Now, of course, it's not very hard to get a beta key. I mean, I got one off of a giveaway, basically, but you kind of have to go looking for this game, or you have to be someone that visits a lot of MMORPG-specific websites, I think, to even know about and or be playing this game right now. So there's another player. As I was talking about not really seeing a whole lot of other players, there's one right there. And scratch what I said earlier, this guy is from, you can tell by his outfit, he's from another realm. So yeah, and I don't know I actually don't know if at some point you actually, once you complete this newbie zone, if you go into your own area, or if it all kind of mirrors each other. If it all kind of mirrors each other, that is slightly disappointing. So we're going to go ahead and talk to the farmer again, see what he has to say. We're going to complete the quest. Skill book. Use the skill book from the farmer. Double click on the skill book located at the bottom of the UI. And this is basically going to teach us another ability. So we have another ability, strong attack, swordsmanship, deals 260% of physical damage to target. Complete at farmer. So we're going to talk to him one more time. We're going to go ahead and click complete. And we're going to go get another quest and walk to the wind controller. Okay, we're at the wind controller, but if I press M, you can see the world map, and if I click the human world, you can see the different, and I guess this is what, this answers my question that I had before. You can see how the world is kind of divided up into 4 categories. You have the Helios, the Selene, and I'm going to have to click on that again because I can't read what it says. And I don't like this map, it's hard to navigate. But basically, you have a space in the game world for all 3 of the major factions, and in the middle you have a place called the Earth Seal, and this is your major PvP zone for levels about 30 through 40 or so, where all 3 of the factions are going to fight against one another for control. So if you're a guy, if you really like MMORPGs like Warhammer Online or Dark Age of Camelot, or you want something that has sort of an RVR flair to it, I think this might be a game you want to look into. It's something that kind of flew under the radar for me personally, but it's pretty cool. So we just got a quest to go get some bamboo. It says earn bamboo, but in reality we're just going to be clicking on it, and it should be right there. And it makes it really easy for you because it's going to be the bamboo. Not only does it say bamboo right there so you know what you're going to get, but it also has this it also sparkles underneath it, so it's very, very hard to miss where it actually is. So all we have to do is gather 3 of these little things, and I don't think anything's going to jump out and attack us, but I could be wrong. So it looks like we're pretty good so far, so we're going to get one more. And there we go. So we're going to run back to the wind controller, and I'm actually noticing if you notice the user interface, it's fairly standard fare for this type of game. On the top left, you have your health, your mana, your level, very standard stuff. The top right, you have your mini map. In the bottom middle, you have your hotbar. Sort of WoW inspired, I would say. This is a quest grind based MMORPG, at least initially. I can't speak for high level content. The quest may run out eventually. But I was really referring to the chat window because it seems like there's a lot more people actually talking and playing right now. I don't know if maybe this game... I'm recording this fairly late at night, so there's a possibility that this game may have an audience in another country from where I'm at, because I really don't think that there's that many people playing this from my part of the world anyway at 3 a.m. But that could be the case. There could be some people from other countries that are a little bit more in tune with this game than people from North America. So now we're tasked with bringing back a turtle shell, and this is kind of cool because you're not just gonna kill the turtles and then loot the shell from the turtle's corpse. You're gonna kill the turtle, and the turtle's actually going to leave behind a shell. Like, let me show you. It doesn't take very long to kill these turtles at all. You see that right there? He left behind a broken shell, and if you try to click on it, it's going to tell you it's broken and you need to find another one. So we're going to go ahead and keep killing the turtles until we get a broken shell. Turtle shell, or until we get a non-broken shell, or just a regular turtle shell. And I'm just going to walk back to the wind controller with the turtle shell above my head like a pro. There we go. So we're going to check the minimap, and I have a little ways to go, but it shouldn't be too bad. I'm going to pan the camera around my character so we can check out my awesome green hair as I slowly march my turtle shell above my head over to the quest NPC. And again, I mean, as I zoom in, you can see that texture-wise, the game does leave a lot to be desired. It's graphically speaking, it's not the most technically impressive, but I mean, just take a look at the environments. They do seem well crafted and just fun to look at. So we completed this quest. We're going to go ahead and pick another one. Complete at Hector, it says. But yeah, as I was talking about the environments, again, very well crafted. And at a distance, they look fairly nice. At a distance. Now, when you look up close, you can definitely see some ugly textures. But again, if you sort of pan the camera out far away, you don't notice the textures. And especially like right here, take a look at that off in the distance there. That looks very, very nice. So we're going to talk to Hector, complete this quest, level up to level 6. You level very, very fast in this game, at least initially. Again, I can't speak for high level content or how long it actually takes to level up once you get to a higher level, but I can say that initially leveling up is definitely not a problem. You're going to be doing plenty of that while you play. So because this auto route thing here, I really have almost no motivation at all to actually manually run to my quest location. I'm just going to auto route everywhere I go. So we're going to auto route, and you have to get 5 blueprints, which I think you get from these. Well, I'm not really sure where my character is actually trying to go right now. This is kind of weird. I did this. Oh yeah, you get them from the craftsman, the tiger craftsman. So you're just gonna run up here, attack the craftsman, and then you're going to get the 5 blueprints. Very, very simple, easy to do. But once you finish the tutorial, you will go to your main city, and that's where you'll actually pick a class. And in terms of classes, which of course you pick from your main city, there are really 4 classes in the game. There's the warrior, which is pretty much your standard tank class, melee class. There's the alchemist, which are the main healers. Then there's the mage, which are your magic DPS. And the witch, which is sort of like a summoner. It can summon different types of pets and things of that nature, and also has some magic abilities as well. So now we're down to 4 out of 5, because I keep forgetting you have to pick up these quest things from the ground. You can't just kill the NPCs and have the quest automatically update. So we got all of that, and we're going to go back to Clancy. Press M to see where he is, or we're going to go to Clancy, because I think this is new territory for us here. And basically, as I'm playing right here, you can sort of see how this game is going to pan out in a nutshell. It's very, very much your standard quest-based MMORPG, but it does have some pretty cool stuff going for it, even though it's probably not as highly anticipated as some of the more big-name free-to-play titles. The PvP combat, the 3-faction gameplay is definitely going to appeal to a certain audience, a lot of different people, a lot of people that really like the sort of Dark Age of Camelot or Regnum Online, the whole realm versus realm sort of style of gameplay. And so if you like that kind of stuff, I do advise that you check out this game, because it is pretty cool. But that about wraps it up for this first impressions video for the Aurora World. If you guys want to check out more about the Aurora World, head on over to MMOattack.com for more MMO gaming news, reviews, opinions, giveaways, and other awesomeness.